Hello, fellow old farts. Let me see if I'm going to catch up here. Da, 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 da. All right, here we go. Good deal. I'm back in the United States. I had a phenomenal time, and I know that if any of you missed me, I we were on Facebook and showing lots of pictures and showing lots of the time that we had there. Hi, Dave Cullen. How are you? Thanks for jumping in, and Michael. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, thanks. I figured you'd like my hat there. Uh, the um, the adjustment back to the time zone from Japan back to the Pacific time zone was not easy, but it seems to be happening. I'm still getting a little back to normal here, but not quite. And so I've got quite a few things to make a few little brief announcements here. Um, we're gonna, of course, the show is going to get back into high gear between now and November, and so we will be booking more people, and we will be getting as many people on the show as we can. Uh, Today, if you want to jump on here, the link is in the show notes. They're in the chat there, and in fact, I'm gonna drop it in again. Oh, we had quite a few people jump in here. Dave Warren's here. Hi, Warren, and let's see who else. Well, Brian, Waypoints, New England. Hey, Brian, nice to see you. Berkeley, great to see you, buddy. I hope you're going to be here in Las Vegas. We're looking forward to that there. And Tom Dowling is in the chat. Okay, he's going to be on the show here in a minute. Hey, Ben Grayling is there. All right, very good. I'm glad a few of you are jumping in here. Like I say, I've got a few announcements. One is as you may have known, I've had a kind of a good relationship and friendship with a professional cinematographer, drone pilot, William Jason. He also created a company in the past few years called Nav Mount, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with Nav Mount. And he he's kind of slowing that business down, is I guess kind of the way he wants to say it. He's not going out of business or anything by any means, but he is slowing it down. And so he has some inventory that he wants to virtually give away. And he came to me and said, Bob, with any of the old farts, in your group, like any of this stuff. And so what he has is back in, I'm going to leave this up on the screen here for a minute or two. He went back to the same company that Polar Pro has make their filters, and he had filter sets made for Mavic 2s, Mavic 2 Pros, and Mavic 2 Zooms. And so he has inventory on all of these ND filters. And as you can see here, each one of these sets have multiple filters in them. They are, in the over $100 normal retail here. And so he wants to give these away. What he has left in inventory. So if you have a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic 2 Zoom, I want to hear from you. I want if you can contact me. If you want to take a look at this page on the MavMount page on the MavMount website, and if there's any of these filters that you would like, okay, we figure the shipping charge is probably under $10 for anything on this page here. And he is perfectly willing to absolutely give this away. So, and of course, we will have them to give away at the Vegas Drone Meetup in November. We will have, cases of these, that everything that he has left over, he is bailing out of. So if anybody has a Mavic 2 Pro, and I know a lot of you do, and I know a lot of people who are probably going to be watching this after the fact, have a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic 2 Zoom, please contact me as soon as possible, and we will get you a set of ND filters for just a few bucks shipping here. That's all he wants here, and these are all over $100 value. So anyway, I'm happy to be able to announce that, and if anybody is interested, let me know. And but take a good look at this. If you have a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic 2 Zoom, please, take advantage of this. All right. And now I'd like to bring into our conversation here my cohort in organizing the Vegas Drone Meetup, Tom Dolling, who's sitting next to his 3D printer making a bunch of noise. Hiya, Tom.
Good to see you, Bob. Welcome back to the good old USA.
Yes. It was, I have to tell you, it was really an interesting and enjoyable trip every bit of the way. I mean, we were treated like royalty in many parts of Japan, and and this was a 13-night cruise around the perimeter of Japan. So we did the entire perimeter, and we did one stop in Busan, sometimes called Busan or whatever. There's some controversy about how that would translate into English, but in South Korea, and that was very interesting and really, really good, and great food, of course, and
Amazing.
yeah. So that was just a really great time there. So anyhow, what's been happening here, Tom?
Well, it's getting warmer. Okay.
Yes.
We're supposed to hit 105 by next week, Bob.
Yep.
So we're getting ready for what other people experience as their winter. We have it in the summer where we stay indoors a little bit more than we normally do.
Yeah.
But I was out RVing last week, the wife and I, and we had a great time. Got to see a lot. We went up to Tonopah, Nevada. Very historic location. You know all about that area.
Oh yeah.
And just enjoying the landscape we have here. Put up the drone a few times. Flying the Mini 3 Pro a lot. Flying the Avata 2. Just enjoying ourselves.
So tell us about the Avata 2. What are you seeing? Are you seeing any problems?
No, I read all the posts. I'm in all the forums, in the groups on Facebook, and And people love to complain just to complain. Okay, I see it as a significant advance over the Avata One. I really do.
Yeah.
It definitely flies differently. I put on a set of the Rib Riders 2 from Ken
Yeah.
Dono, original Dobo. If you guys don't
Uh,
know, you can find him not just on Facebook but up on Etsy also. He has an
Etsy,
Etsy shop.
yes. Is Etsy
Uh,
store. Yes.
I got my bright neon yellow bumper guards on it, so if it does go down, or I should say, when it does go down, it's easier to find.
Uh-huh.
But I enjoy the heck out of that. I mean, I'm not a real FPV. I won't profess to be. I
Yeah.
stayed out of it for the longest time because I'm one of those guys who loves the enjoyment of the flying aspect, but don't
Right.
relish the idea of the tinkering and setting rates. And
Soldering.
well, that's those are years ago.
Yeah.
So now I just enjoy operating it. It's a blast. I think it does a sensational job when it comes to video. I don't have the electronic stabilization turned on because I use GyroFlow in the back end. It gives me a lot more
So
flexibility.
you can
Stabilize.
balance it out later.
I stabilize later. What I see is
Yeah.
what I get, and then I'll stabilize it later in post. Now, with the new firmware updates, you get 100 FPS at 4K, so it doesn't look mushy, and you can really
Uh,
slow that down if you want. But enjoying it, having a good time with it, and that's what we should be doing with our drones.
Good.
But like I said, people love to complain.
Oh
If they
yeah.
don't have something to complain about, they'll find something. Okay.
Well,
They'll find
yeah.
something.
So I William Math Mount Bill there. William Jensen is in the chat here. If he's Bird Cart. And so
Hey,
if
Bill.
anybody wants to communicate with him about any of his products, that he has, I tell you, if you use a tablet on a controller, his is absolutely the best. I have, long before I knew him or knew of him, I was buying his products. I bought the
I
Mac
Bob,
Mount.
I think it's probably one of the first accessories, aftermarket accessories I purchased was a Mav mount, and
Yes.
precisely to mount my iPad because looking at things on a tiny phone, not for me.
No.
I gotta say that I was always impressed by the workmanship
Oh yeah.
that I got
Yep.
on that product, and a great dollar value
Yep.
besides.
So if you want to talk to Bill, he's Bird Cart in the chat. That's him. Okay, and Bird Cart is another endeavor that he's doing. So he's got a whole other avenue here. He's pursuing, and I'm sure we'll all hear a little bit about that too. But.
It's great.
But he has been a actual Hollywood cinematographer for a number of years, and he's always willing to share his knowledge and expertise with people, and it's interesting to see a whole other aspect of the business here.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So. This morning, I shared an article by Vic Moss on the Old Farts with Drone Facebook group there. And I have to tell you, I strongly want to recommend that everybody take a read of this article. And if you're hearing any bit of this and you have not communicated with your lawmakers, whether it's a member of Congress or the Senate, you definitely need to take some action as soon as possible. As we all, have heard over and over for probably the past 4 or 5 months, things are getting serious, and there's been another bill introduced on May 15th. It has the misleading title of helping responders.
Yeah, not the case.
Not the case at all.
Not the case.
It is a 30 to 50% slide up of increased tariff on DJI drones and every drone from China, which includes EXO and Roku or Rukus or Holy Stone or any of these toy drones that you might want to buy for your grandkids or for your children, or just buy to get started, or just buy to play in the house with. Where something that currently costs $100 is soon going to cost you about $300.
Right.
And it's totally
a 50% tariff plus $100. It's House Resolution 8416.
Yes.
And the title of it really angers me, Bob.
Yes.
I spent 40 years as a first responder, and it angers me that they've named it the Drones for First Responder Act.
Yes.
It's ludicrous. It really is. First off, you're first trying to take tools away, tools that work, tools that are proven to save lives.
Yes.
Okay? It's like taking the jaws of life, a hearse tool used to extricate car crash victims, taking it away from fire companies, saying, "Oh, we don't like that it contains this component." So, and well, the circuitry in a hearse tool might come from outside the U.S.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is
probably does.
We decided to globalize decades ago because we as Americans hate to pay top dollar for anything. Okay?
That's right.
And we're going to try to reel back from this. But not real. Look, if Congress wanted to do the right thing here, invest in STEM education, invest in research and development, and stop these damn lobbyists from dictating to the American people what we should be doing next.
I agree. I think most of our audience here will agree. We need to get beyond our audience. We need to get to the lawmakers. We need to get them. This is not that. This large group of senior citizens who the old farts with drones here. This large group. We not only we fly drones, we vote. And we want, and we influence some of our family and friends how to vote, and we want to get this message out that this is not the solution to this.
John from Flynn Media just posted the Drone Advocacy Alliance link. So, folks, if you haven't been there, please get there. Please understand that
John.
We are the voice. We need to be the voice.
That's right.
And you got to, it's nonsense. It's so frustrating because, one of the things I did in my career that I'm very proud of is to help found the New York City Fire Department robotics team and the use of drones in force protection for the members, but also in saving lives. And there are so mine cases where these drones have saved lives. Now to have these lawmakers, these legislators who are wined and dined by, industry lobbyists who feel that they can't compete with the DJIs because, DJI over 70% of the market share. Why? Because they've invested in research, in development. You don't come in and steal off of their plate day one. You know what? DJI would love American companies to compete.
Yes.
I, as a consumer, would love American companies to
So
compete
would Autel. I
because,
interviewed Max,
yeah,
at CES a year and a half ago, and he was, "Where are competitors? We need more competitors. It's going to make the business better. It is definitely going to make the business better." But
absolutely. We benefit from the innovation, right?
yes,
I
the
mean,
current state of it is that DJI is the leader and they're the only innovator. And it's
it's good to
fascinating what
see
they've done.
a Japanese company come out with something. That's great. Okay,
Yeah,
I would love to see U.S. companies, but here's part of the problem with U.S. companies: they don't want to invest. Okay, in 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 the back end of it first.
yep,
Okay, you don't put a dollar out and expect two back without
that's
spending a
right.
couple of bucks in the background to do the market research to figure out what needs of not just first responders, because part of this bill is going to take money away from the mom and pop shops that are operating commercially, okay, and
Right.
try 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 to stand up this first responder act, which is nonsense. Okay,
Yep.
you look at the amount of single operator 107s out there that are actually earning with this technology, and you're going to cut their legs out from under them. What
Yeah.
does that do? Okay, to our economy. These
Yep.
are things that aren't being thought of by these legislators. And that's why you got to join the Drone Advocacy Alliance. That's why you got to start telling these stories. Now, there's some people in this group right now that are watching us that do earn from these drones.
Right.
Okay? What happens to your livelihood when they tell you, look, you can't buy this $3,000 enterprise level drone? You actually have to spend $12,000.
That's right.
Can you afford that?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
You
the
know,
small businesses are not going to do that. You
and
know.
what about, and I put it in quotes, us recreational flyers. Okay, because now I'm a recreational flyer. What
Yeah.
about us?
Yeah.
You're gonna charge me 2 to 3 times what I pay right now for a drone? This is part of my mental health,
This is
by the
not.
way. Okay,
This
drones
is
are
not
part of
the.
my mental health treatment.
Yes.
Okay, all I got to do, I really got to get a doctor to write that down on a prescription pad for me. Uh,
All right. Listen, I want to switch to a much more happier topic here. All right.
Wait, first, Bob, let's go
Yes.
Rangers.
No.
Okay, let's go. I'm sorry, I was hoping for New York Ranger versus Golden Knights, but now Michael Wright. Okay,
Yes.
here's what I'm proposing, Michael Wright. The best two teams in the NHL face off in the Stanley Cup. That would be the New York Rangers versus the Dallas Stars. Okay, let's see where that
Well,
goes.
let's see what happens. I know
Yep.
we have a large contingent in Florida at this moment. Alex
Yeah,
Escardo and Al Cercioni, and we have a large group there that's on the
and
other
probably
side
half
of
of them
that
came from New York. Half of those Floridians. If you watch these games, how many Ranger jerseys do you see at those
in
Panther games?
Florida. Well,
Okay, I'm
because
just
half of
telling.
New York lives in Florida. You
That's right.
know, we know that. We know that.
Hey,
So it's time to
Gary
talk,
Grant
change the
Ariels.
subject
Yeah.
here. It is time to start into another conversation here. Um, we have a kind of semi announcement to make today, and hold on here, and but I'm certainly hoping that every one of you that are on this show right now have all made a point to make plans to come and join us and join us to enjoy being together in Las Vegas, November 8, 9, and 10.
Yep. That's Veterans Day weekend.
Yep, Veterans Day weekend, and we are going to celebrate Veterans Day. I know it's the November 10th is the birthday of the Marines.
Yep, and November 11th is Veterans Day.
And November 11th is Veterans Day. The tradition of the Marine birthday is the day we have a cake, and we cut the first slice goes to the oldest Marine in the room, and the second slice goes to the youngest Marine in the room. And hopefully we will have that party. We also are going to have a birthday party. Our oldest old fart, Mr. Bill Grace, who I'm sure many of you are familiar with, a few days before the meetup, he turns 95 years old, and we plan on giving Bill Grace a birthday party, a Vegas birthday party that he will never forget. Okay, and I'm sure most of you will enjoy being part of. So I'm certainly excited to
the youngest 94-year-old you'll ever meet. By the way.
Yes, he is. So if you we are planning on Monday to release all of the exact information to register and buy tickets for the drone meetup, and get all of the details currently on this website that I currently have scrolling up here on the screen. As you can see, we have what's called a pre-registration form. And if you've filled out this pre-registration form, you will get another form sent to you probably right after Monday, where you can then purchase tickets. And we will then have this website will turn into the ability to purchase reservations for it. But we are going to release all the details on Drone Nation on this coming Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And so I'm hoping that we can get quite a crowd here. Tom and I will both be on Drone Nation, and we are going to we will have all the details ready to distribute to everyone. And so if you've been at the least little bit curious about making a trip to Las Vegas and to come and enjoy it with all of your drone brotherhood, we have a lot of things to talk about, and it's going to be truly an exciting few days here in Las Vegas. Besides the fact that we have this street full of some of the best hotel casinos in the world. The SEMA show is in town right before us. So if you're into automobile parts and accessories and just every major automotive company in the world will be in Las Vegas that same week.
Yeah.
Yep. And Billy Joel and Sting are playing at the Allegiant Stadium here that weekend. So, I mean, they're there, and we're still waiting on the Vegas Golden Knights schedule. to see if there will be a hockey game during that time.
And right next door to our venue
Yes,
is the Lee Family Forum,
right.
where the Henderson Silver Knights,
Henderson
uh,
Silver Knights. It's
which is the
walking
American
distance.
Hockey League,
Yes,
where they play their games. So,
yes,
look, and we're leaving time on the schedule for you to experience a true Vegas experience. Okay.
yes. We don't want to take up all your time.
No, and come on, how much more of an excuse do you need to come visit Vegas?
Yes. Well, we certainly are looking forward to it. And, I don't want to keep boring everybody, but I really think that this is going to be excitement. So today we're making the announcement on Drone Nation with Ron and Marcus and DeMarco on Monday evening, this coming Monday evening. We are going to outline all the steps and everything, all the parts that's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that. And uh, anything else you want to add, Tom?
No, it's just that look, people think of Vegas as just the strip, Bob, right?
No.
And people are amazed when they get out here how beautiful and vibrant the area is. I mean, it is from a drone flyer's aspect, a target rich environment. I
Yes.
mean, there's just spectacular diversity in nature out here that needs to be experienced, and
Yes.
we're gonna have a nice list of events and
Yes.
some nice topical discussions as well. Plus,
Yes.
as those of you that have made the South Florida drone meetup and have done local meetups, the camaraderie of the community is one of the great aspects of a meetup like
I
this.
like it more than flying. It
Yeah,
is
yeah,
getting together and meeting everybody.
absolutely,
You know.
absolutely.
So
And the other thing is, think about bringing family and friends. I mean, it's a good excuse to get out here,
yep.
to have a good time, and there's going to be
And
plenty of other things for those non-flyers to do while they're here. And our venue, which is Green Valley Resort, it sits in an area called the District, which is just a great walk-around area
oh yeah,
as far as restaurants and things to
bars.
do. There's an arcade, of course, at Green Valley Resort. There's
Sure.
a movie theater. There's
Bowling
just a
alley.
ton
Yeah.
of things to do in the
Yes.
local area.
Yes. So yeah, I do. We have. We do now know we will have lots of major prizes to give
Ooh,
away.
yeah. But okay, don't
We,
say too much now, Bob.
nope,
Remember,
nope, nope, nope.
got to keep you tied down. But
Nope.
I'm
But
excited by it.
yes, we will have, you know, a lot of major prizes to give away,
Yeah,
and more than I had ever dreamed of. So I'm thrilled to, at least leak that little tidbit
yeah.
out there. But
Very
come
excited about that. Yeah.
Monday, and come and communicate. I'm sure the chat room will be heavily active on Monday, and we will be able to communicate a lot.
Yep.
So
Looking forward
I'm going
to
to
it.
wrap up here, guys. I just don't, like I say, I'm just getting back into the kind of the swing of being back a normal person here, and I've come to have to be honest with you. I'm babysitting a puppy here, which is never fun. Well, it's cute, but it's not. It's I've picked up a couple poops already, but it's just a busy day. And Tom, anything you want to close with?
No, just guys, make sure you get up to that Drone Alliance, please, please, please.
Yes.
Can't ask enough. Definitely be educated about what's going on. in the
Find
United
out who
States.
your
I know it's not the
congresspeople are.
same elsewhere from individuals that are viewing us outside the U.S., but understand every area has its own problems when it comes
Yes.
to an overreach by certain regulators. So we got to
Yeah.
be careful of that. Yeah, definitely. And just stay healthy and enjoy yourself flying. Like I said, flying
Yeah.
for me, it's part of my mental health treatment. I look at it that way.
I agree. I agree. I think it's part of mine too. I want to also acknowledge we got a few other people in the chat here that showed up. Alex Escardo, his only comment is "Go Panthers" here. So I guess Tom is, not rooting on your team, Alex.
Yeah,
Here,
we only play overtime games between the Panthers and the Rangers. That's all we
it's
do. Is
all they play is overtime.
yeah, got to play that extra period. Yep.
They, uh, 3 out of 4 overtime games.
Yep. Coming back
It,
to New York, Alex. Coming back to the Madison Square
yep,
Garden.
yes,
And
yes,
and by the way, you also have Gary Brant Ariels. Gary,
Gary,
uh, uh, Gary,
yep,
stop. Okay, I know you're
o-
Canadian. We understand it.
yes, Oilers.
Okay,
Well, Canadians, they're every Canadian is rooting for the Oilers.
they have to. They haven't been in the thick for how long, Bob?
Yes, yes,
Come
it's
on, they
been
have to root for the Oilers.
near 30
Okay.
years since they had a cup. So,
Yeah.
they and I tell you, if my country invented the game and then we went 30 years without winning, I think I'd feel the same way. That's and
Hey,
I'm
there's a lot of
sure.
Canadians. Okay, playing on I think a couple of Panther and
Oh
Ranger and
yes,
Sports teams. So okay,
yes, yes. We hired away all of your talent,
yes.
and now I'm sure most Canadians are in disbelief that hockey is in Las Vegas and Miami and Dallas, Texas. Amazing. Kind of just amazing, but it is. So, all right, real good, Tom. Thank
All right,
you.
Bob.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Like I say, I was just going to make this a short show, and we are going to leave you all today. Make sure if you have not gone to the register at the vegasdronemeetup.com, please do that today. Please do that over the next few days. And then you will get an opportunity to
You'll get
get
that first
your
look at the
tickets ready.
registration. Yep, yep.
Okay. All right. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.
Peace and love, folks.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye
Take
bye
care,
now.
all.